Hello, everybody. This is MoveEasy Yoga with Via. I'm substituting for Kathy, who usually teaches this class. I usually just teach the Tuesday class. So it is the last day of December and the last day of 2023, December 31st, 2023, for those of us who are online on that day. We're going to start in the usual fashion. Static reset, put your legs up on a sofa or a chair. I'm going to put it on a file box in a minute. 7 minutes, just allowing yourself to come into the room and take up the space. Feel the spaciousness here in your yoga practice. Stay where you are. And slowly move your head from right to left. And if you'd like to, you can also curl your tongue up and put it at the roof of your mouth. Finish up. Bring your head back to the center, looking up at the ceiling, not moving anything but your eyeballs in vagus nerve reset. So in this movement, all you're going to do is shift your eyeballs to the right and wait for a sigh, swallow, yawn, or gulp. Bring your eyes back to the center. Shift your eyeballs to the left and wait for a sigh, swallow, yawn, or gulp. Come back to center. Do this 2 more times without my cueing. Right, left, right, left. When you're finished, let's get set up for head ramping. You could put a set of therapy balls underneath your head. I like that best, actually, for head ramping. I have a set of therapy balls in my bedroom, and when I lie down, and I always like to put something underneath my head. My therapy balls under my head. So let me see if I can set this up for you to look at. In case, just in case. Go ahead and, so I have my therapy balls under my head. Just press at the occipital ridge, press, hold, and release. And we're going to do that 5 more times. Press, hold, release, press, release, press, release. Last one, press, and release. You can stay there on your therapy balls and breathe, but we'll take them away in a minute. But you can do your breath work here. Breath work today is extended exhale breath. You're going to take an inhale, count the length of your inhale, and then exhale and make the exhale longer. You may want to purse your lips on the exhale too. So inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe. Whoops, and I'm going to exhale, purse my lips, and try to make it longer than 4.
5 more extended exhale breaths. Last one. Okay, let's set up now for hypopressives. We need to get some towels. My head. I'm going to get farther away. See if you can see me. In here. This is all the production work that Kathy does. Okay. You're not going to be on balls. You're going to be on the towels. Bring your, so your knees are bent. Your heels are on the floor. And your toes are pointed up, dorsiflexion. Bring your hands above your head. Above your chest, sorry, above your chest. And then flip your palms so they're facing to the ceiling. And now do a little shoulder work. Press the scapula down and the hands up. 3 breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. All the way out. Hold your breath out, no breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Inhale, the arms come down, and exhale, the feet come down. Extend your legs. Cross your right ankle over your left. What do I do with my hands? Bring your arms up over your chest and stack your left hand on top of your right and bring your arms overhead. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Last exhale, all the way out. Hold your breath out, no breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Inhale, the arms come down, and exhale, uncross your legs. Switch sides, left ankle over right. Take your arms above your head and stack your hands with the right hand over on top and bring your arms overhead. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale all the way out. Hold your breath out, no breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Inhale, the arms come down to the side and the legs uncross. You can wiggle your feet if you want. Now, what's next? Okay, come on up to a floor seated position.
We're just going to do the side bend, side twist. Starting with the right arm. Let me, oh, I don't need to do that. Hold on just a minute. I'm going to count this. So let's see. Previous. I'm going to put it for, let's do, I do have to get my glasses on to see this. Set it for a 30-second hold, no, a 40-second hold. Okay, right arm slides along the mat. Left arm up and over. Side bend, thoracic side bend. Just stay here and breathe. Halfway through, we'll bring the elbow forward. I'll let you know when that is. 7 more seconds. Just try to stretch as far as you can on this side and scrunch as big as you can on that side. And go ahead and bring your elbow forward. Find a stretch in the armpit. And that's finished. Bring your elbow up towards the ceiling and bring your whole torso up to straight. Other side. Go ahead and slide your arm around, left arm out, right arm up and overhead, elbow towards the ceiling for the first 20 seconds. And now bring the elbow forward. You're still side bending. Bring the elbow forward. You feel a big stretch in the right armpit. And bring your arm up, elbow up first, and then the torso up. And next, you can uncross and recross your legs. Milo is here to help for his own yoga practice. Spine twist, thoracic rotation. Put your left hand on your right knee. Put your right hand behind you and rotate and twist 40 seconds. Sit tall. And the add-ons that you already know are you can move your head from side to side, or you can move your rib cage from side to side, not together. You can do a little bit of one and then a little bit of the other, or you can stay with one or the other, or you can not do those at all and just enjoy the rotation, which is a nice feeling in itself. The spine longs to twist. Okay, come on back. Unravel, other side, right hand on left knee, left hand behind you. Rotate. Sit tall. Remember your add-ons and add them on if you choose. And come on out of this, unravel. Come into a cross, what's this, what do we call this? Knee over knee, stacked knee position. This is what it looks like. But then I'm going to come back and show you the hands. We're not going to do the hands we did last week. We're going to do some other hands because I think it's easier and it's a good, it's a wrist twist. So you start with prayer pose and then take your right fingers forward and down. Can you see it, you guys? Yeah. And that's it. And then we're going to stay here for 40 seconds. Sit tall. You can press a little bit on your palms to get more of a stretch in your wrists. You may want to be seated on a brick or a block or a cushion. Make this stacked knee position possible. Milo is purring, so I think he approves of this movement. And that is a good thing. Go ahead and switch sides, everybody. The knee that was on top is on the bottom now. The knee that was on the bottom is on the top. And this time we go to prayer pose, and then the left fingers go forward and then down, and then the palms press into each other. And I'm going to start the timer. Very cool just to do the timer on your watch. It's a good thing I have an Apple Watch. That I think was a gift. Was it last year or the year? Last year at Christmas from Leslie and King. And I've been learning new things on it ever since. Okay. Now we're going to go to the core of the class today, which is sideline practice. Find a brick. I'm going to get a brick. Hold on, I have to get a brick. Lie on your side. It can be either side. We'll flip to the other side. The next, we'll do the whole series on the left, on one side. I'm doing it on my left side. Your head is on a thick yoga block. Your knees, hips, and ankles are stacked, and your knees slightly bent. Let me see if you can find this here. I can find this for you. Here I am. So starting with scapula protraction, retraction, your arms are straight out in front of you, parallel to the floor. Your top one is parallel to the floor. And all you're going to do, you're not going to move the arm. It will move, but you're going to move the scapula. So you're going to protract the scapula. So move it away from the spine. And then you're going to retract it and move it back. Let's do 5 of these. Protraction. Retraction. Number 3. Remember, this is a scapular movement. We're going to do 6 of them all together, actually. This is 5 for me, anyway. And then 6. The next movement is lateral abduction, adduction. So all you're going to do from the same starting position is take your upper arm, your arm that's on top, and move it up toward the ceiling. Can't see my arm, but you can guess where it's going. And come on back. So this is abduction, lateral abduction, and this is lateral adduction. The arm comes back. Let's do that 4 more times. Do it with awareness and control. Let's do 2 more. I may have miscounted one way or the other, but I think I'm almost on target. Okay. The next one, you're going to start straight up with your arm straight up in the air. Maybe I could change this a little bit so you can see more of my arm. Straight up in the air, a little more of my arm. I like to put my bottom hand fingers on the arm bone. That's the head of the humerus. When just to feel what it's like. So you're going to rotate inward first and then rotate outward. So it's internal rotation and external rotation, and internal rotation and external rotation, internal rotation, external rotation. Let's do 3 more. Internal, external, internal, external. Last one. Go ahead and put your hand down on your hip to rest. We'll do the next 3 after a little respite. The first thing we're going to do is snow angels. Let me demonstrate. Snow angel, you're going to externally rotate as far as you can. So your palm is facing the ceiling. And then you're going to bring your arm up, over by your ear. And then when you come back, you're going to reduce the external rotation a little bit so your palm is facing forward, which you can't see. There. And then you're going to bring your arm back. So let's do that 6 times. First, you externally rotate your arm. So the palm's up, and then you bring your arm up over by your ear. Rotate so the palm faces forward, and then you come on back. Keep going. Number 3, I hope. Four. Five. Last one. Whoops, this is the last one. Come back. So I do have a cold. I'm getting over a cold, actually. I was in pretty bad shape a couple days ago. But it's getting better. The last one is shoulder circles in both directions. Let's see here. No, that's not, that's the second one. Shoulder circles. So starting here with your hand on your hip and just go backwards. Whoops, I'm gonna have to adjust here. Hold on. In order to be able to circle. Okay, I think that might do it. You have to have enough room behind you too. the circle. So let's start now. Now that V is all set up. Circle. And then 5 more of those. Keep your hips and your shoulders stacked. You don't want to drop your shoulder behind you. That's another move. It's actually a good one, but it's not that one, this one. Let's do one more. When your arm is back at your hip, move forward this time. Shoulder circles forward. With awareness of movement and breath. Total focus. And last one. And rest. The next one is this. Flying pizza, starting with your elbow bent, your top elbow bent, and our forearm parallel to the floor. Then you move your arm, the forearm, you move back and rotate. You should feel this in your upper back, in your rotator cuff, in the scapula, and then bring it down. And then up you go, rotate. So the palm is facing the ear now. And then come back down. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. And 6. And stop. That's all the shoulder movements. Let's do next do some hips. 3 movements at the hip. I think I will try to put the camera so you can just see my legs, because you're not going to be able to see all of me, I don't think. You can see most of my legs. That's going to be the good part. So first, straighten your top leg and lift it. So this is the movement, leg lift, side leg lift, sideline leg lifts. Try not to go farther than using the adductor and the abductor. So if you start to feel like you're using the psoas muscle, which comes right here, then you've gone too far. So let's do it. 1. And you can droop your feet, toes. 2, and you have a little more work along the outside of the leg. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whoops, that was one more than we required. The next one, you bend your knees again. Let's see here. No, you keep your legs straight. Sorry. I thought we were on clams, but we're not. We're hip flexion extension. I think I'm going to have to change this a little bit so I can have room to make this move. The first thing you're going to do is flex, which is forward. And you can point your toes.
which is plantar flexion. And then you're going to come back. Well, let's see, maybe that dorsiflexion when you come forward. And then plantar flexion when you go back. Go back behind you. If you want, you can squeeze your buttocks when you get there. And then again, plantar flexion and come forward. This is flexion and plantar flexion at the ankle. And then come back, point your toes, and come behind you and squeeze your glute. Number 3, same thing. Forward, plantar flexion of the toes, ankle, and then dorsiflexion, and then plantar flexion, point your toes, come back behind you, squeeze your glute when you arrive. I think that's 4. Let's do this, is called this one 5. Forward, and then backward. Squeeze your glutes. And number 6, forward and backward. Squeeze your glutes. Go ahead and bend your knees. We're going to do clams, including clams with resistance. So, but the first set of clams is without resistance. All you're going to do is just keep your ankles and your feet connected and lift your knee. And do 6 of those. 2, 3, 4, 5, and last one, 6. We're going to add some resistance. Put your hand on your thigh, your right thigh, and as you lift your knee, resist so the hand is pushing down and the thigh is pushing up. Resistance. Up with resistance and down with resistance. Number 2, up and down. You should feel this in the thigh. Up. Number 3 and down. 4, up and down. 5, up and down. Last one, 6, up and down. So that's the last of this side. And we'll go flip over and do the other side, everything on the other side. So starting with the arm movements. My arms are out in front of me. Scapula, protraction, retraction. Top arm is parallel to the floor, and all you're going to do is with the top arm, pull the scapula away from the spine. The arm comes forward because you pulled the scapula away from the arm. And then return, that's a retraction. So protraction, scapula protraction, and scapula retraction. Number 3, we're going to do 6. Four, 5, and 6. Go ahead and rest your arm for a minute. We will do next lateral adduction and abduction. All this is, you start at the same place with your top arm and you move it up toward the ceiling. That is abduction, and coming forward, closing the angle is called adduction. So up you go. slowly, with awareness and breath. I lost track because I would realize my cat wants to go out. I think it's 4. And 6. Come on back. Rest your arm on your hip. The next thing we're going to do is internal, external rotation. But let's rest for a minute. My arm, anyway. Well, this is my previously broken arm. I guess that's why it's tired. Bring your arm up toward the ceiling. I like to put my hands in front of the head of the humerus so I can feel what's happening. I'm going to internally rotate, bring it forward. Then I'm going to externally rotate backwards. Internally rotate, and this is number 2. And then backwards. Number 3, internal and external. 4, internal and external. 5, internal and external. And 6, last one, internal and external. And I'm going to rest my arm. We're going to do 3 more shoulder movements. We'll do it on time. Yeah, we might finish these. 3 more. Starting with technical snow angels. So on this one, I'm positioned where you might be able to see almost the entire thing. I'm going to externally rotate my arm, palms facing the ceiling. Might bring my arm up by my ear. When I've finished, when I've arrived, I'm going to move my palm and my arm actually, so it's facing forward. And then I'm going to bring it back to the hip. Do it again. And external rotate. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. And 6. And come on back. Good. Let's rest it a bit. You can wiggle it or just rest. The next one is arm circles. We're going to start going backwards. So just go back and around and forward. That's one circle. Yours may be bigger than mine or smaller. Number 3. Or 5. And 6. Reverse your circle. You're going to start coming forward. So forward, up, back, and around. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. 5. 6. And stop. Rest. It's good to rest in between movements. It allows your muscles to stop working and regroup. The last one on shoulders is flying pizza. Keep your elbow bent at your waist and your forearm is out in front of you at a 90-degree angle. And then you're going to start going up. But as you go up, you rotate your forearm towards so your hand is towards your ear. And then you reverse and come on back. Number 2, up, rotate. And and come on down, come on down. Number 3. Return. And 4. Return. 5. And last one. Okay, rest. Rest while I set up so you can see my legs for the leg series. And that'll just about do it for class, actually, as it comes out. Okay. So your legs are straight. Or at least your top leg is straight. Your bottom leg could be straight or bent. Leg lifts, side lying leg lifts. Just lift up and lower. You can droop your feet if you want. Droop your toes. Up. And up. 3, let's call that 3, it might be 4. 4. 5. And 6. Now we're going to do the forward backward extension flexion forward with ankle movement. Let the top leg is straight and you're going to move it forward. That's hip flexion. And you're going to also move your ankle, your toes forward. That's dorsiflexion at the ankle. And then when you come back, you're going to point your toes, plantar flexion, and extend your hip. And then when you get all the way to the back, you're going to squeeze your glute and come forward. This is number 2. Dorsiflex your feet, toes, curl your toes towards your nose, and then come back. Point your toes away from your nose and squeeze your glutes when you arrive at your full extension. Come back. I think this is 3. And then return. Go forward, go backward. Squeeze. Now we're doing number 4, forward. And backward. Squeeze. Number 5. And back. And squeeze. Last one, 6. And squeeze. Okay, bend your knee. Clams. All you're going to do is keep your ankles and your feet together and lift your top leg. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's it. Now let's add some resistance. So by putting your hand on your top thigh, and then when you come up, you're going to resist with your hand. And when your hand pushes you down, you're going to resist with your thigh. So up with resistance and down with resistance and up and down. Number 3, up and down. 4, up and down. 5, up and down. And last one, 6, up and down. Good. That's it. Let's everyone get in a position for Yoga Nidra, and I will go find my Yoga Nidra script. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Start by becoming aware of your breath as it manifests in your abdomen, in your belly. Watch it rise and fall. And then bring your awareness and your attention to the center of your eyebrows, center of your throat, right shoulder, elbow, wrist, right thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, right wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, left shoulder, elbow, wrist, left thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, left wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, spiritual heart center, right side of your chest, heart center, left side of your chest, heart center, navel center, center of your pelvis, right hip, knee, ankle, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, right ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, left hip, knee, ankle, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, left ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, navel center, heart center, center of your throat, center of your eyebrows. This completes our 61-point guided Yoga Nidra meditation. It's cumulative, just so you know, and that's why I keep doing it every week. Go ahead and start to stretch
and wiggle. And I'm not going to demonstrate this to you. You're going to have to remember from last week or somewhere else, because I can't do that. I don't think I can do that and talk to you at the same time. So wiggle and stretch one side of your body and then the other. And then wiggle your fingers and your toes. And then rotate your wrists and your ankles in one direction and then the other. And then hug your right knee to your chest. Thank you, knee. And then extend that leg along the mat. And hug your left knee to your chest. Thank you, knee. And then extend that leg along the mat. Now hug both knees. Hug both knees and rock from side to side. Releasing the lower back and massaging the organs. This is a really good all-round stretch. And then whenever you're ready, roll to one side. And I've got to find my roll to one side and come up. No, stay here for your 1 minute gratitude practice. Make a gratitude list for yourself. I hope it starts with this class and knowing that you've done your body, mind, and spirit a big favor by coming here. And I'm grateful that you came too. There is more. There's a different kind of benefit, I'm going to say, in practicing in a group. And come on up to a seated position. And a gallery view, I guess it is. Everybody prayer pose and just press really strongly on your hands on your prayer pose and see if you can find some of the work we did in our arms and shoulders. And then soften that and lift your occipital ridge, which is just between your ears. Lift it up so that you can nod, so that you can slide your skull forward over your cervical spine, over the top of your cervical spine, bowing, nodding, noticing that each of us is a light and we're all one light. And we'll close the class by saying to each other, Namaste.
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 Thank you, everybody.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Mom.
Happy
Thank
New
you,
Year.
Bea.